That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. We should be simulcasting right here, right now, on good old YouTube and also Twitter. If you didn't know by now, PizzaSwap is live, ladies and gentlemen. It is live. But the question remains, is it PizzaSwap? Or is this shit freaking PizzaFlop? Well, I don't know. You tell me, because I want to hear your reaction, and you guys are going to be hearing mine as well as we demonstrate this for you. PizzaSwap is live right now. Alright guys, this is another milestone that was met here from the Fractal Bitcoin ecosystem, and we're gonna break it all down. Is it what you expected? Is it what I expected? We don't know, but we're gonna let you guys know right here, right now. Live first reaction coming up now.
Third, Francis Dhun, uncensored.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a BRC20 fanatic on the Fractal Bitcoin ecosystem or network, you are rejoicing today, because today you got some liquidity pools. You're not wearing panties anymore as a grown-ass man trading fungible tokens as an NFT. You can now trade them in liquidity pools via PizzaSwap. So I just want to say to the Unisat Fractal Bitcoin team, Lorenzo, them guys, I salute you. Thank you so much for making these things available for us. You know, whether people are complaining or not, they're always going to complain. But we're going to dive into this. And as you guys know, I am a realist when it comes to everything that I do and I talk about, right? Whether I hold bags of it or not, I'm just going to tell you guys what I honestly feel. Okay, and this presentation is no different. And we do got the main man himself in the background that will be helping me out. If you guys been following me, or if you're part of the TCL community, you should know who this man is by his voice. So I'm not going to say his name, but you could say hello right now.
Welcome to the Francis Dhun Uncensored.
There it is. That is Devis, guys. He's in the back. He's going to be, let's just call it backstage, just helping me organize stuff, whether that be the live chat on Twitter or on YouTube. If you are on either one of those platforms, do engage in the live chat. We want to hear from you guys. Do you like PizzaSwap? Did you test it as yet? Or, you know, whatever it is, the good, the bad, the in between. Let us know in the live chat, because we do this for you guys, these types of presentations, okay? So, let's move on. And Dev, yeah, just whatever you see in the live chat, you could kind of just bring it to my attention every now and then. Cool.
No problem.
Thank you. So, we're talking about Bitcoin right now. First thing, it went back down a little bit, down 2.8%, 63,000. Like, I will be super duper happy if Bitcoin can maintain in the, you know, the 60K range. I don't want to see 50K ever again for this entire year, or ever again for my entire life. Okay, I just want to see, just keep it at 62, 61. When you get to the 60 again, too close to home. But I like where Bitcoin is right now. And I think next month we're going to see it at a better price moving forward, okay? But that's the update we got there with BTC. Now, I want to show you guys Sats, because if you didn't know by now, Sats is going to be, well, actually the B-Sats, when you bridge Sats over, this is going to be the, I don't know, Dev, how do you say this, man? Not to confuse people. Do you say it's the gas token? Right? I think that's where people get confused. I would say it is they're collecting fees in B-Sats. I don't know, is that accurate to say?
I would not say so, because I see already the comment in across Twitter is like, why PizzaSwap doesn't use FB since it's on Fractal Bitcoin, right? It would make perfectly sense to actually use FB. Instead, they use S-Sats or B-Sats, sorry. So I don't know how to see it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So, okay, you got Sats on layer 1, okay, cool. So we're talking about this right here, all right, BRC20 Sats. Now then you want to bridge it over using the bowl bridge to make it into B-Sats. So you got your B-Sats on Fractal, which is going to be what you pay to make a transaction, I would believe. So what I'm trying to say is, what's the best way to define this use case for Sats? Because when you hear the gas token, then you think, oh, well, what happened to FB? And it confuses people. So what I'm trying to say here is the best way to describe this is to say that how fees will be collected in a B-Sats. Instead of saying gas token, right, then it kind of like conflicts with FB. Not to confuse the user is what I'm trying to get at. But anyways, that's that. Right now, the mempool is taking a little breather, guys. Let's just refresh this. You know, we're at 200 on somewhat SAT VB. Yeah. well, make that 100 and something. So things are cooling off right now, and I wonder why. What's the reason, right? Because you may think, oh my God, PizzaSwap's going live, right? We should see more activity. But as a matter of fact, right, the SATVB is telling us a different story over here. Okay, now why has things calmed down, right? Again, the SATVB dev, I think it was on an average of 950, give or take, right? Up until after Cat20 minting service providers were out, right? We saw it higher, but it maintained a 950 to 1,000 SATVB. So why?
Yeah, that's correct. And we can also see why it's so low, because it's not being used. Well, there is no hot mints right now. And well, PizzaSwap doesn't use FB as a gas, and you can see it.
Interesting. Yeah. So in this particular live stream, I'm not going to actually do the trades. I'm showing you guys everything and summarizing it. I might do an uploaded video for that. But I want to make this crystal clear and unmistakably clear as well. You know, there's a reason why Francis Dhun Uncensored Stats Pump Fund chose Cat20. And that's what we're going to get to in the later part of this presentation. And I think it'll open up your eyes to how superior it is. I'm all for BRCs and all that. And I've always been consistent with this assessment, saying that how I'm really looking at the Cat20 standard, right? That's why the Stats Pump Fund project is supporting Cat20 and adopted the Cat20 standard and not the Fractal, right? For all of these different reasons you guys would see soon see as well. Okay, let me actually go like this instead. All right, so we're at the Unisat's Twitter page. There is a tweet here from Lorenzo I want to cover, and also this announcement that came out 3 hours ago. Very important stuff, guys, so let's break this down. PizzaSwap is now live on Fractal Bitcoin mainnet. We're pleased to announce that PizzaSwap is officially live on the Fractal. Okay, you can now seamlessly execute swaps and manage liquidities across Fractal and Bitcoin mainnet. Click the link to get started right here. Initially supported assets. BRC20 tickers on Fractal, such as People, Glizzy, and Mooncats. Bridged BRC. So when you bridge ORDI, it becomes now BORDI or bridged ORDI. When you bridge SATs, it becomes BSATs, right? Or bridge SATs, as I've already alluded to in this presentation. Bridged Bitcoin BBTC. You bridge Bitcoin, it becomes BBTC. More tickers will be available in the near future. Coming soon, okay? Simple Bridge and the green channel for PizzaSwap will open on October 2nd. So that is tomorrow. Well, 2 days from now, rather. Along with the announcement of supported tickers, SORDI, SBTC, FSATs, and more, Fractal FB as BRC20 SFB. Okay. Runes on Fractal and bridged runes to be activated after block height 84,000. We are at block height 63,613. Okay, this is very interesting. So I do remember them referencing to roll-up solutions like last year, December, and they're working on one. Looks like this is what's going to be incorporated here. So they talk about a roll-up fee to reduce transaction costs. PizzaSwap implements a roll-up mechanism bundling transactions into a single submission to the Bitcoin or Fractal network. Oh my God, to Bitcoin too, ensuring lower fees for users. Now, there's one thing I can attest to when it comes to this, and one thing I notice is like, Dev, when using Fractal Bitcoin, when we were minting all of these different things here, I did notice when the SATVB went higher, and you did the math, it's almost as if this roll-up thing kicks in and it readjusts and rescales it to how much the demand is. Again, that's what my simple brain is telling me. So I don't know, right? When we come back over here, they talk about, roll-up fee. So to reduce transaction costs, PizzaSwap implements a roll-up mechanism, bundling transactions into a single submission to the Bitcoin or Fractal network, ensuring lower fees for users. I firsthand have experienced this, and I couldn't understand how that works. So I'm guessing this is the same mechanism involved there.
It could be, although I didn't notice such when a hot mint was actually in process, or when actually Fractal ecosystem was actually booming on minting. So I'm not sure if it was already implemented, because when it was a hot mint, you could see a spike 3,000, 4,000 SATVB. So I assume that they tackle this behavior, and we will see.
Okay. Important notes. So this right here is a drawback. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. Important notes. Withdrawals on PizzaSwap are currently unavailable. We estimate it will take around 2 weeks, bro. Holy crap. To work with our partners, OKEX Wallet and OKEX Link, to resolve BRC20 index consistency issues. Once completed, withdrawals will be opened. In cases where different indexers show inconsistencies, please refer to Unisat Explorer. So it appears that how there's going to be, inconsistencies, well, about a 2-week wait if you want to withdraw. Look, I'm going to just say maybe it's something where they just want, they don't want a bunch of withdrawal requests at once, and they want to handle that individually and slowly roll things through. That's what they've been doing here, to be fair, with the entire Fractal Bitcoin eco, right? Slowly in segments. Maybe this is another part of their strategy here. However, I am still somewhat disappointed in that, right? You would think that would be something that would be, taken care of in advance, right? Especially when they had another little bit of time here up until the 30th to make it better, the product better. But nonetheless, it is what it is. So happy swapping on PizzaSwap. Okay. I guess I'll read this. So we understand that many in the community are eagerly waiting for updates on the Fractal Mainnet Bootstrap program compensation. To address this, we plan to offer fee deduction vouchers valued between $200 to $500 for eligible users. We're actively working on the necessary service support, and soon eligible users will be able to use these vouchers for PizzaSwap in the near future. We also plan to extend these fee vouchers to Unisat Inscribe, nice, Unisat Marketplace, and our future products. Please stay tuned. So if you're inscribing as well, you'll be subjected to these benefits. This right here is what everybody, this, that's the only one I liked, or I like the most, I should say, is this, right? So check it out. Curious about our progress with Cat20. We'll be sharing updates in the coming days on the development of Cat20 support for the Unisat products. The bigger picture here, as I've always told you guys, is what? It's actually the Cat20 protocol. It really is. The OPCAT tokens, right? Once again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but that's why SatsPump Fund is dedicated to that. Because when we did our research and our homework, and we've seen how sophisticated one was over the other, it was a no-brainer that the superior aspects of it is going to be advantageous to anybody who wants to adopt that protocol, yeah? And, when I look at Unisat here now, they're gearing up towards this too. We'll be sharing updates in the coming days on the development of Cat20 support for Unisat products. So they're going to be integrating this into their service providing solutions. Okay, so they too are seeing value in this and want to incorporate it and be a part of the Cat20 a lot more. Okay, very important. So Lorenzo also talks about things over here. PizzaSwap, a real-world proof of BRC20's decentralization. BRC20 is far more decentralized than we have thought over the past year. Let's set aside for a moment the community's various opinions on Unisat's supposed influence within the BRC20 ecosystem, focusing solely on the technical development and impacts of BRC20 as an index service provider. Unisat's actual influence on the BRC20 standard can be considered minimal. Okay, they go on to tell us, over the past year, our understanding of this gradually evolved. We dedicated considerable effort towards advancing the standard through proposals and iterations. However, as has been observed over the past 12 months, our progress in standardization has proven to be both slow and challenging. Okay, they're being honest with us. The difficulties we encountered while attempting to establish the BRC20 swap module on Bitcoin mainnet are a clear demonstration of this situation. The modular solution, particularly the introduction of the first modular swap, represents an elegant and effective extension for BRC20. This approach was recognized by the GOAT. All hail the GOAT Domo, the respected creator of BRC20. If we lived in a world where BRC20 is centralized and Unisat possesses a certain level of influence in shaping the protocol, the BRC20 swap could have been officially launched on the Bitcoin mainnet just 2 weeks after testing last year. It's sophisticated Its sophisticated design, allowing flexible extensions without disrupting the solid and simple core of BRC20, along with its innovative use of the roll-up approach to optimize limited block space, would have led to swift success. Now, I'm reading this to get to a bigger point here, which I'll just skim down the line right here, okay? So, PizzaSwap is not, guys, the first of these innovations. Pay close attention to the words that are coming out of Lorenzo's mouth through my mouth. PizzaSwap is not the first of these innovations, and it will not be the last. We're working on several promising projects, such as some interesting experiments related to OPCAT and CAT20, which are waiting for the right moment to step into the spotlight. Right, guys? Right here. We are working on several promising projects, such as some interesting experiments related to OPCAT and CAT20. Okay? So, right there and then, guys, that should tell you a bunch of things. I'm telling you right now, BRC20 is like, it's preseason. CAT20 is the main event. That's when the real game kicks off, right? And they're telling us right here, right, again in a second article, that they're gearing towards this. Now, I got a question for you. For the viewers here who are watching this, whether that be on Twitter or YouTube, are you gearing towards CAT20 like how Sats Pump Fun is as well? Feel me. That's where the action's going to happen, right? Okay, now let's carry on over here. When you move on to fractal.unisat.io/apps, you'll now see that how, lo and behold, the PizzaSwap button is clickable, right? And when you click that, it takes you to this page, which is the PizzaSwap section. Overview. PizzaSwap is a module that enables users to swap, provide liquidity, and earn BRC20 assets directly without the need for intermediaries. Transactions are aggregated and batched using a novel sequencer, which results in lower transaction costs. Okay, so that's the ZK solution they got there. Okay, so that's the overview tab. We click the swap tab. So Devis, I think you messed around with this a little bit, eh? I don't know if you wanted to talk about your experience, but I could just speak about what we see here. So the swap button, as you can see, you got BSATs, you got Glizzy as well. Congrats to the Glizzy community over there, right? And you could go about your swaps. Obviously, it looks like you got to deposit. That is a huge drawback for me. I didn't really want to see this on day one. It's okay. I'm led to believe that this will be removed. Kind of like how we saw .swap come with the deposit, version, or the V1 version, and then, it was a matter of days, and then they fix that, where it's the V3, and you don't need to deposit, making it a hell of a lot more decentralized. Okay, so right here we have a deposit button. You got to withdraw when you want to withdraw your assets out of the platform. And we could get to this page after. But Dev, I don't know if you want to let us know your experience, or if you have any with the PizzaSwap so far.
Well, it was very similar to the testnet, right? So you are still playing with the BRC20, so you need to inscribe before sending it. So before you deposit, you need to inscribe your amount that you want to deposit. Then you need to deposit, wait 60 block confirmation. And then eventually, if you have BSATs, you can actually swap. If you don't, you need to actually acquire BSATs, and then you can actually swap if the pool is there. So to me, honestly, it's not a very friendly user experience, and you still be on BRC20. That's why CAT20 is a game changer.
I agree. I am disappointed. I'll be lying to you if I told you I wasn't, and I'll be doing pom-poms right now and sharing. I'm a bit disappointed for that. I thought as though, given, they asked for a little bit more time, and, that bit more time that they needed would have fixed the deposit button and all of these unnecessary steps. But hey, at least people got something to work with when it comes to liquidity pools and BRC20s. But again, the BRC20s on Fractal, to me, it's old news. Like it's good and all, and you could still do a lot of things, don't get me wrong, but fucking hell, I'm not that interested in this anyways. You know what I mean? So what am I interested in? And I've always been telling you guys this. I could pull up the clips for you and make it into a complication, what do you call that? That fucking video is a bunch of different clips. I could do that for you, but I'm sure you guys remember this. We've always been telling you, we're looking forward to the CAT20 protocol and the things that could do. So over here now is the pools, and I'm seeing BBTC S already. You could create a pool as well if that's what you want to do. Add liquidity, Glizzy people, all of these things, BSATs people, Mooncats as they told us. But again, I'll just say one more thing. With a platform like Sats Pump Fund, when you go and you mint there, yes, it's like a pump fund business model, right? You guys all voted for the DGen mode and also the BTC mode. But when you go into that, the beautiful thing about this is you automatically go into a liquidity pool that's going to have, decent liquidity to get kickstarted in a secure way, right? So now when you come over here, it's like, fuck, bro, people could pull rugs, but again, it's solving a problem, right? Because it's a liquidity pool and we need that, right? But that also presents another problem here. So it's not a bad thing. I mean, anybody working, using liquidity pools are subjected and exposed to that. But I just feel as though, with Sats Pump Fund and what's happening over there, this minting 2.0 going into a liquidity pool using CAT20 tokens, I mean, it's self-explanatory at this point. But let me try to show you better than I could tell you a little bit more here. So let me close this. This is what we're talking about, yeah? So this essentially is, oh shit, as I block it, as usual. This is the V3, okay? Not the V1. The V1 version, if we go back to swap, you're going to see right here, I'm going to have to, shit, I got to connect my damn wallet. All of that shit. 1 second. See what I'm saying? On V1, this is what we see with Unisat's Fractal Bitcoin's PizzaSwap. You have to deposit. You click V3, that is gone. That is gone. So now it's so much more trustless because I don't have to deposit funds into the platform or in the hands of a company or exchange. Yeah? So this is what I want to see here. And this would make PizzaSwap a heck of a lot more smoother. You know what I mean? But they don't have it right now. And look at the liquidity. Excuse me. The liquidity is pretty damn good, right? Over 1 million over here, BTC for FB, even CAT, just over 1 million BTC FB. Another thing, sorry, what is that? No, that was CAT BTC, I believe. No, FB CAT, yeah. Another thing I have to admit, Davis, with the tiny one, is that I am a little bit disappointed that I don't see any FB pools here.
Nope.
Now, again, maybe after I make my video and I actually test it out, maybe you don't need FB. Right? Maybe you wouldn't need FB, and that's why. And that's why.
Clearly.
Yeah. And BSATs should be the biggest pool, pairing with, I would say, BBTC, something like that. That's what I would have liked to see in here. And you compare the BRC20 pools to that of the CAT20 pool sizes, bro. It's not even comparable. You know what I mean? Look at the liquidity here, bro. That's respectful, 1 million.
Yeah, no. And it was already on day one. It was already about 300K in liquidity for the first 24 hours. But let's see. I mean, they just started. They just opened. So let's see what it's going to be. But it's very disappointing to not see the pool of FB. I mean, you are on Fractal Bitcoin. You operate it on them. And you don't have any pairing, anything related to FB. So it's a little bit surprising there. Disappointing.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely a little bit disappointing here, but hey, I'm sure they'll make it a little bit better as the days roll by, right? But again, this is why, we've been preaching this forever, right? So look, this was before PizzaSwap came out on September 25th, a few days ago. Here's what I learned so far building a CAT20 dApp at Sats Pump Fund on Fractal. Building on a brand new protocol, right? So we've been, sharing our journey with you guys about CAT20. There's not once we referenced BRC20 fractal BRCs here. We've been committed to this. Look at this, another mention, right? Like creating CAT20 tokens, liquidity pools, low market cap, meme launches, hype is real. September 26, kiss your marketplace goodbye. Minting 2.0 equals liquidity pools CAT20. This was September 23rd. And this was something I just did. When was this? Yeah, 29th, the other day, like yesterday. Yeah, CAT20 update, dApps are coming, decentralized minor exchanges, etc., etc. So we've always been eyeing this and speaking about CAT20s, And when we talk about Cat20s, there's a few things that makes it far more superior, okay? So let me first start off by saying, number one, when you're minting for Cat20s, okay, and you get front run, you will never lose your FB. Or for the people who are more familiar with minting on layer 1, when you get front runs, you lose your Bitcoin. And that's a shame. It's already hard to make money in this space in terms of it's so volatile. That's something that we shouldn't have to ever worry about, right? But yet, that is there. But when you're using Cat20 to mint, you will never lose your FB. So you get front run, you won't be wrecked. That's a huge ass benefit. What do you think, Dev?
Yeah, this is one of the countless positivity of Cat20, and the difference is like you can, it's impossible to paragonate because it's BRC20 is just fast block confirmation because of fractal Bitcoin. But what Cat20 can enable is literally giving the possibility to people to experience such experience like Ethereum or Solana in an EVM environment. So therefore, the user experience should be much more friendly and likable from the user perspective.
Yeah, 110%. I just want to ask the viewers right now, is it PizzaSwap or PizzaFlop? Tis the question. You let us know in the live chat. And I'll come there shortly. Yeah, it looks like Hanzo Momo got something going on today. It appears. I mean, I try to get more information from them, but they're fucking very quiet. So another thing that we have to admit here too is what the Cat20 is, and it's a very small difference, but the transfer inscription, right? I mean, if you don't have to make, if you could alleviate unnecessary steps, you're making a user experience that much better. So I feel as though without a transfer inscription, it's always a better experience. Cat20, it doesn't have transfer inscriptions, right? Also, when it comes to programmability, well, you want to be able to do more advanced things, more cooler things, more interesting things, and automation is part of that. And it's very hard to automate things with BRCs or most tokens that standards on Bitcoin as of now, and automation is a part of a good user experience as well, and just streamlining things, So that's a big key feature that's being missed here. Now, look, we could talk about the indexers, right? No indexer required, which then now means you're not at fault or will have to suffer the burden of a centralized indexer that was probably done wrong by a human being, which in most cases it's not the case. But it's still almost like saying, like, if somebody created an indexer, they own that token standard, yeah? So now, without going off of that trust, the trust assumptions are gone, and you have the miners actually picking up these things directly. So now, as it goes back to what I said, when you remove an unnecessary step, not only it equates normally to a better UI experience, but any unnecessary steps also equates to a more decentralized protocol. And that's exactly what we have here. Now, we could talk about things like saying, I can bring it up right here. I think I got it. Where is it? Yeah. We could talk about these things right here, right? And that ties in with the no indexer. Now, this is coming from Fleur69. That's Fleur.gg. I believe it's the Ordinals wallet team, and those guys are hella fast, hella skilled too. If you've been there from the beginning of Ordinals, back last year of, say, I don't know, January, February, March, whatever, these guys were quick and fast, and they delivered. They remind me a lot of DotSwap, as a matter of fact, from last year. DotSwap right now seems to be a bit faster, but it's okay. They're all contributing. So, yeah, this is what they spoke about here. Oh, man, let me go to their original tweet. Okay, so hear me out. What if the miners are the exchanges? All right, that's what they just said. And what they mean by that is each trade that takes place is taking place from the miner picking it up and processing that. So miners are the exchanges is what they're trying to say. That's wild. And that goes back to the no indexer aspect as well. So not only it becomes more decentralized, it becomes much more interesting with things like this. Okay, now we could get into something that's a lot more, I don't even know, like, it's not even controversial, but it's just information that people didn't know existed. So now, since that how Fractal Bitcoin is a UTXO-based network, it has SegWit activated, and also OPCAT, it supports it, okay, what does this now mean? This now means for any UTXO network out there that has SegWit and supports OPCAT, both of them, CAT20 token, any CAT20 token could go over there in its natural state or in its native form or purest form without being wrapped in a decentralized bridge. That's unheard of. So once again, I'm not saying, I personally don't think OPCAT on Bitcoin will be turned on anytime soon. Okay? But in case of the event, it is one day when I'm old and gray on a rocking chair or whatever, or next week. We're safe in the knowledge knowing these CAT20 tokens could literally be bridged down there and be used just how we're using it right now on Fractal. And this is how the Naka chain is able to do this with the was it BVM dudes who are just chasing after any hype that comes to market. But that's how they're able to do it with their UTXO based chain, and they do have a centralized aspect to it as well where you deposit too. But yeah, so that's how that will work. So let's just say again, some people say that how OPCAT's going to be turned on soon. I would tell you this, I don't think it is, okay? But they're claiming it would be, and I hope I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, I just think CAT20 standard gets fucking mega pumps because of it. And we could go down there and it would actually be the first fucking OPCAT on layer 1, on Bitcoin, right? As Bitcoin supports it. That's what I mean. So, this is what makes this shit really cool, right? I hope that makes sense to y'all. What you guys saying in the live chat? Anybody saying anything, Dev? Got a nice crowd on YouTube. Oh shit, sorry. I think we got super chat here. So sorry, Maz. Love you, bro, from Pakistan. You helped a lot, man, from Fractal Bitcoin and the rest of the alpha you provide. You know how we do it around here, man, Maz. Again, I want you to be able to hone in on your craft, do your research, and then have your third eye activated, and then you could see into the future of what's going to happen next month. I want you to learn this shit too. And you can. Trust me, you can. A lot of people believe in, remote viewing. You know what that is? If you were to, fucking sit down, fold your legs, and do your fucking, your Zen Chi shit, and start to meditate, and then you try to, vision yourself, looking at somewhere else in the world, and then you could see what's happening there. Yo, dude, the military fucking practices this, okay? I'm telling you the truth. It's called remote viewing. So, if people are into that kind of shit, and I do my research where I can see the next big thing happen 2 weeks from now, trust me, brother, you can learn it too. Bitmap gallery. In the testnet, certain actions require SAT. Seems like some service fee. Okay. Yo, ARC20 and SRC20s. I like them both. As I said, bro, I've always said this, bro. Listen, atomicals, as I said before multiple times, should be the gold standard on layer 1. But the problems with atomicals is, it's you wouldn't get, if you're on layer 1, you're subjected to ballooning the network, expensive fees. It's just not going to work, bro. For trading tokens, it has to be fast, cheap, and efficient. And you must have programmability. If you don't have those things, believe you me, you're not going to get a lot of people adopting that shit. They may come because they're excited, they start using it, and then after, the next week, they start dropping off, fucking, what do you call it, dandruff coming off your head. I'm just saying. Let me know if you see anything interesting, Davis. On Twitter, if you want. We're here.
Yeah, I'm scouting. There is some people asking if FB, Alex Montoya, asking FB is a good buy right now.
Yo, good question, bro. It's I thought it was a good buy at 18 or whatever I bought it at, and it's at 10 right now, whatever the heck. I would say this. If you believe in the CAT20 dApps that are coming, and Unisat's telling you this, I think S-Script and those guys might be working on some stuff over there too, right? That's the rumor at least. And SatsBomb Fun, what we're on to. And I always said this, and I'm not saying it because it's something that I'm spearheading along with the other co-founder, Ken, but we believe that SatsBomb Fun is going to be the catalyst or one of the contributing factors to Fractal fucking Bitcoin, bro. We believe that. And why do I say that, right? I'll just say this. It's let's take a look at Tron. Arguably, Tron was a dead chain. Arguably. Nobody fucking really talks about Tron. Maybe newbies that comes to crypto and they want to buy Tron and ADA and all that ICP, or sorry, what's it? ICX and fucking, what's the other one? Monero. They're stuck in the past, whatever. But, yeah, it just wouldn't work. Sorry, Dev, you were saying something.
No, I was exactly what you say. You just highlighted exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Anyhow,
I mean, at the end of the day, every chain, Solana, Tron, even kind of BNB, they get the light from a business model like Pond.fun. And we all know, when you look the metrics on chain since the past 4 or 5 years, the driven metrics more volume has are meme coins. You like it or not, most volume is made by meme coins. So
Yeah.
that's a catalyst for every chain, and we truly believe that Pond.fun will drive that demand that hopefully will increase the price of FB.
Oh, fuck. No pressure, eh? So you put the pressure on us to fucking pump FB? What's wrong with you?
Well, because I know exactly the model and how
I would say this back to the Tron example, right? Tron started getting a lot of love, a lot of these pumps. It's not because of Tron is like all of a sudden the best thing out of nowhere. It's because of the pump fund model that they launched there. Now, I don't know if Tron pumped or what, but I know there are certain tokens that I was pumping in the ecosystem. And if you think about this, and people are launching their tokens, they're trading in liquidity pools, they're creating their own communities, and, you know, tokens are popping on stuff. Well, yeah, people are going to want to get FB to come into this platform to buy, right? And create their own thing. That's just what's going to happen. Exactly. I'm not saying that SatsPump Fund is going to pump Fractal Bitcoin's price. What I am saying is we believe a dApp. So what I mean is this: it doesn't even have to be SatsPump Fund. We're waiting for the next big dApp, or the first big dApp that people actually want to use, right? And they could use it any day of the week, any day of the day, second of the day, whatever. That's what we're talking about. Something that's going to be high frequency trades and even volume. That's the type of shit that has the potential here with a pump fund model. And we've seen this on other chains. So what I'm trying to say is I am very confident in our value proposition to not only deliver, but to see that result take place thereafter too. You know, as long as everything works, of course, which we got you covered.
Well, the latest example is Sui. Sui token rise 300% in the past months, and due for the launch of Move.fun, which is the same model of Pump.fun. And again, it's just easy access for people, cheap creation token, and people can create, evolve communities and drive traffic. At the end of the day, if you don't have traffic, you don't have increased price or increased attention, and that's what drive the attention.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it, bro. That's exactly it. What do we got here? SRC20 is still the best. Best tech, grid community, unprunable, sleeping giant. I agree, bro. You're preaching to the choir over here. I like them both, SRC20 and Atomicals, but at the same time, it's like, as I said, guys, look, this is what I believe, right? I like SRC. I like Atomicals for layer one. If you're on layer one, go ahead, fuck with that shit all day long. It's your best solution. But I just feel as though there's other constraints that SRC20 and Atomicals cannot, it's out of their control. It's up to Bitcoin Core to do all of these changes, okay, that we're going to need. So that's probably never going to happen. So Lubamore asks, Francis, there is also a Fleur token that is minting at the moment. What do you think? Do you have any info if it's their token? I think if it was their token, they would have tell us this and say, hey, you know, they would have dropped the JSON file and the code and the ticker and tell us, hey, this is ours. Free fair mint is happening. Go do it. So I don't think it's theirs. What? Ruins Dev Raf said no OPCAT for BTC. Dude, I don't think it'll happen next year. OPCAT. So, like, I just want people to get lost in my explanation of the potential here. What I mean is, it's like, if you were to wait for OPCAT to be activated and you're building towards that, it's not something I personally would want to invest into or wait for. Because that is something that is out of your control, and you're hoping one day the consensus is reached for that. So you're trying to sell people on something that could probably happen. So what did Fractal do? They took matters into their own hands. If the future does not look bright, you create your own fucking future, right? So what they did was they made Fractal the whole new network with the circumstances we need, which is 30-second block time, cheaper fees, and scalability, and turn on OPCAT. Why wait on somebody else when you could do it your own fucking way, right? So that's what I'm saying. But let's just say one day that happens. It's good to know we have an insurance policy that these tokens could go down there in its natural state. That's all I'm saying. And that is worth mentioning. Because if I didn't mention the second half, you would never know that. And that's what it is. I believe Yahweh, S-Script guy, he was in a space the other day and he was talking the same thing. So I'm interpreting this the correct way. And I get it. Like, when you hear about this, it's like, oh, I've never heard of that before. It's impossible. Dude, true wisdom is knowing how little you know. You don't know it all. And that goes for the smartest person in crypto, bro. You know? Just like how we thought it was impossible to save assets on Bitcoin and create NFTs called ordinals. Well, fuck, we're doing that now. Just like we thought it was impossible for fungible tokens on Bitcoin. Well, turns out it wasn't. Just like how you all thought Sam Bankman-Fried was a fucking saint from heaven. Turns out it wasn't. I'm just saying. Expect the unexpected. You don't know it all. Devers with the tiny one! What are you saying, brother? You're chilling over there, bro. I see you there puffing on some vape or some shit. So, Crypto Cream says, I mean, is anything good to buy when it's down? Yeah, look, okay, so to answer your question, it's not financial advice, but I mean, like, look, if you see yourself using Fractal Bitcoin, okay, well, you're going to need FB for gas, right? So if you think it's cheap right now, which I think it is, I mean, it's probably been the cheapest it's ever been in a long time, probably from, like, since day one. I don't know. Maybe it did make a new all-time low. But if you believe you're going to use Fractal Bitcoin for these upcoming, you know, CAT20 dApps and maybe some BRC20 shit, you might want to buy it, right? I'm not telling you to, but if you see yourself using it, I mean, yeah, you're going to need it, right? Okay. Discount Shopper asks, why Unisat not focusing on CAT20? They bought swap for BRC20, which is old-fashioned deposit withdrawal transfer. That's correct, yeah. So they did mention that they're going to be focusing on that. So right here, this is from the Fractal Bitcoin team. We are working on several promising projects, such as some interesting experiments related to OPCAT and CAT20. And I believe there was another reference over here. Okay, Unisat directly from their account. We'll be sharing updates in the coming days on the development of CAT20 support. So, you know, they got something planned, guys. This is what I'm trying to say. Don't be too quick to judge. And once again, this has nothing to do with the what do you call it? The CAT20, right? And we have over 1,000 people right here, right now. You know, we appreciate each and every one of you. Let me go on over to the Twitter. So Hunter, if withdrawals of their own native token opens after 2 weeks, I think they'll support CAT20 after CAT is already listed on Binance. Maybe. Yeah, and again, so yeah, listen, Sats Pump Fund is going to make an announcement in the middle of the week, and you guys will have more clarity on what we're doing in terms of, you know, yeah, I don't want to say what I was going to say, then I'll give it away. But just wait out on that. Fractal Block says, good morning. What else you guys seeing here on YouTube? Thanks for bringing the truth, brother. Always keeping it real. Just bought some FB, Yo-Yo Street says, but you can't swap BTC for FB on .swap. BTC for FB, you can't? Let me see. I thought I saw that.
Yeah, you just need to switch from V3 to V1. V3 doesn't have the pool of BTC.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Let me just see that on my own end. Yeah. And you know why too, right? Remember, BTC is not a CAT20, right? So it'll be harder to probably incorporate that into V3. So that actually makes sense. The CAT20 stuff seems to be on V3. So let me just see here. Yeah, so Cat Pizza, Kibble, Fractal, Kitty Cash, all that stuff. But yeah, if you go to V1, my friend, just go to V1 and then, yeah, you'll have to deposit. What the fuck am I doing? V1 swap. Yeah? And then right here, you could choose BTC, but you'll have to deposit it, you know? So if you want to get FB on .swap, you'll have to deposit it, or you could go to a SEX. It's the same procedure. Yeah? If you go to a SEX, it's still centralized. But anything concerning the CAT20 protocol, you could do that in a trustless way with V3. At least with these limited tickers, which are the main tickers, right? Kibble, Kitten, Cat, CAT20 Pizza. By the way, Dev, did you mint any CAT20 Pizza?
Yeah, I did.
Fuck,
Even
I'm
Kibble.
the only idiot who didn't. I swear, the only thing I minted was like Burger, obviously Cat, CZ, got a little bit of that. And I think one other thing, and that's, oh yeah, F-Bull. And I don't know what else. I think that's it. Too busy building over here, bro.
Yeah, there is another question from Donjo914. What are your thoughts on Glizzy? Seems to be dying slowly.
Shilly shizzy. Yo, where is he? That man's busy. He's out in Philly, shilling glizzy all day on Twizzy. I don't know. I mean, again, look, you guys asked me about these things, and I've already told you that how I think that how it will have its niche over there, and you need to look at the people who are serious about it, like Block, like Doma Ducks. Those ended up being the best BRC20 fractal projects, right? The art side and the token side. Yeah, sure, like that's what's going to happen, right? We get the hype, people buy into it, it forms a community. Now what? Yeah, well, I think the PizzaSwap is the now what, and then we saw that with the deposits, the withdrawals, you can't even withdraw. It kind of like hit a brick wall, so to speak. So I think once that clears up, things will get better and the pool gets bigger and people start to trade and maybe they make some cool announcements, right? But this is, once again, I go back to the CAT20 protocol where you're not just reliant on, say, verbal use cases. You're not reliant on theoretical shit. Over here, it's all about actual programmability and practice, right? We're moving the market now. Like, again, last year, guys, it was cool to see what we could do here. But, you know, we're evolving and we're moving towards utility now and programmability. That's the meta for 2025. In the Bitcoin ecosystem, it's about OPCAT tokens, CAT20 in particular, okay? No indexer and all of that crazy shit. That's the meta. And if you don't incorporate, as I said in the tweet, if you're not incorporating CAT20 OPCAT tokens in your 2025 project, that's very similar to like saying, 2021, some DeFi motherfucking project going live with no smart contracts. It's just stupid. It's like you got the new tech, the innovative tech, but yet you're using the previous versions, right? Get with the program. That's where it's going to be right now. And we're seeing these signs from the S-Script guys, from the Starkware, from Unisat, from Fractal, alluding to these CAT20 dApps, right? That's why SatsPump Fund is a CAT20 dApp. And we're going to be one of the first. And when I say that it's like, I don't care about like, oh, we're the first dApp. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice trophy to say all the time. It's a nice fucking flex. It's very close to saying that you created the first BRC20 utility token. That's the ultimate flex. You know what I mean? But it's not about flexing. It's about, who do you rather listen to? You rather listen to somebody when it comes to CAT20 who's actually building a fucking CAT20 dApp. A dApp. Not just deploying a token. Or you want to listen to some mofo who just read a fucking Medium article and wants to give you his opinion. Right? So I'm actually building a fucking dApp here. But yeah, it provides a lot more things that's going to make it superior to what's out there. What do we got here? Maybe, Johnny Dapps, maybe. You never know. Using OPCAT can be implemented on chains like Dodge, yeah, and it would connect via bridge, correct? Aren't bridges easily hacked? Okay, very good question here, Crypto Cream. So, very good question. Thank you for asking that. You are correct. Let's say Dodge is a UTXO-based chain. Cool. It supports SegWit and OPCAT. Let's say that happens. You could bridge over there, right? But not the way you are normally used to bridges. Why? Because with these other token standards, they need indexers. With the CAT20, there's no indexers. So what my brain is telling me is that the miners have some sort of involvement with these decentralized bridges. Because the algorithm is encoded that the miners could pick up these OPCAT tokens that gives it flexibility to then run on its own code. That's pretty much decentralized in the sense of you're not using I don't know the exact tech behind bridges, like the regular bridges, how they get hacked. There's a centralized approach there. You probably send it to a wallet address that's in the control of somebody, then they fucking send it out through some smart contract where they hack the smart contract. With this, I believe it's directly through the fucking miners that's getting it through these bridges. So the miners, the miners are the exchanges, it's like the miners are the bridges over here too. That's what makes it trustless. So I don't believe there's going to be a smart contract to hack. But again, more and more of these, literature, online literature about it is going to come out, and also the projects itself. But that's how I understand it. That's how I'm understanding it right now.
Yeah, we got the breaking news from Unisat that Unisat Explorer now support CAT20. I just send you the link if you go on and pop it up.
Oh, they're Explore, but didn't they always do that?
No, they didn't have for CAT20.
Sorry, you DM'd me it?
Yep.
Okay.
The tweet.
We have breaking news right now, ladies and gentlemen. Live and direct breaking news. Awesome. We've made several updates to improve readability and improve your experience with Unisat Explorer. Unisat Explorer now recognizes CAT20 transactions. Add CAT20 24 transaction count, active addresses, and protocol share on the home. Okay. You can easily access the Explorer directly from the Unisat website through the Explorer tab. Exciting updates about the CAT20 protocol are coming soon. See that, guys? This is like the 5th time in the last freaking 4. I don't know how it's possible, but this is the 5th time in the last 4 updates they said CAT20 protocol are coming soon. Existing updates. Oh, CAT20 dApps. Oh, we're going to support CAT20. Guys, they're telling you these are the hints over here. Okay. Okay, so what am I looking at exactly here? Okay. I see. Yeah. I think it's crystal clear to me what they're doing. It's unmistakably clear what they're doing here, guys. They're more focused on CAT20 at this point, I believe, too.
Well, they kind of have to, right? I mean, you cannot take down innovation.
Yeah. Plus, PizzaSwap will soon introduce support for runes and FB. There we go, guys. Look. Now things are becoming a little bit, more clear. It was very unclear before. Plus, PizzaSwap will soon introduce support for runes and FB. Interesting. Please stay tuned for further updates. Okay. What else we got in the live chat there, Devis? Should I tell them what your nickname is? Save that for later.
Oh, you already mentioned it.
Oh, you already mentioned it.
Yeah, no, I mean, Cephalon on blockchain says it's too bad that FB is not used as a gas on PizzaSwap.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to get access to something here on the fly. I just want to know.
Yeah, Johnny Dabb's also saying that Unisat just made an announcement on their Discord that FB will be supported.
Okay, good. And I want to see, is it because of our live stream over here? We're pressuring them?
Yeah, most likely.
I'm joking. No. I would just say this. Yeah, they look, in a perfect world, I would love to see $1 million liquidity pool. I just think for somebody like of their stature, I believe they have that type of funds to do it. I would love to see that. Because, look, think about it, man. You got .swap, who's acting like Fractal Bitcoin, who has more liquidity for FB than them. I mean, I don't know. You would think that how the people who created Fractal Bitcoin will have more liquidity in that pool of FB than just somebody's who's, contributing towards development. I don't know. Hold on. I'm just trying to test some shit out over here on the fly. Some other stuff, but it's okay. Transaction count in 24 hours, 177,000. Active addresses, 6,000, etc. Wow, you guys are popping off, eh? Somebody says Hanzo Momo is live. Okay, where is it? What's the site? I could check it out now. Yeah, so back to that question there. So count Kryptonite. CAT20 is the future, CAT to $20. So think of it like this, right? Perfect example will be Bell's Coin. If Bell's Coin activates OPCAT, then you'll be able to, use CAT20s over there, So one more thing I want to show you guys from these guys over here, right? So this right here is like a unified order book exchange for CAT20, right? No matter where you are, and let's just say they host this on, the Florida, was it GG? You go there, you can trade any type of CAT20 tokens instantaneously over there. Let's just say Bell's Coin now turns on OPCAT and they support SegWit as well. Well, CAT20 tokens now in a Bell's coin network could be traded in a DEX as well, which is the same thing that's being traded over here, right? Well, let's go over to PizzaSwap, right? We got PizzaSwap trading FB and CAT. Well, they got this CAT20 DEX going on over here. You see what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden, you have multiple different networks or parties trading the same exact asset. Imagine if Uniswap could have PancakeSwap assets over there and vice versa. That's what we're seeing here. Very sophisticated and cool and superior, right? Pizza is going to boom. Thanks, Unisat, for free pizza. I agree. Awesome. What's happening up in Twitter? Okay, we got something says, good morning, brother. Good morning. Hi. Unisat Explorer now supports that. You love to see it. Pizza love cats. Devis, what else we got? Anything else, or did we cover it all? I got 2 pizzas for 10,000 cats. What? I don't know how that works. Too bad FB is not used as gas. Gas for what? PizzaSwap? But they originally told us it was going to be SAT, so I think if they went with FB, they would have been going against their word. You know?
Yep.
So they had to stick with the original plan. Cool. Okay, guys. Anything else for y'all? What else you guys want to hear? Let me know. Any other questions? Now is your chance. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you like the value. If we put you ahead of the crowd, if you already got CAT tokens, if you know what CAT20 is, you are mad early, bro. And the market's going to be pumping your bags real soon. Just give it about 2 months or less. Somebody says they're fixed. I think Unisat is lagging behind while other platforms are performing well. I mean, that's fair to say. This is the uncensored show. I don't give a shit. I'm about the truth too, bro. I think, what you said there is warranted. But do not underestimate the Unisat team. I want to make that be known. Don't underestimate them, bro. You know, if it wasn't for them, I don't think we would even have a CAT20. Yeah? Because why? They went to vote to see if the community wanted OPCAT, and they did. Once they wanted that, they put it on. And then now you could have these types of things. These curious, creative minds, of these developers come in and tinker around. And that's exactly what Fractal is. It's an experimental ground where you're not going to be limited to any restrictions here of what you can or can't do, and it invites innovation and creativity. And that's how a CAT20 standard was born. It was because of Fractal Bitcoin. Yeah. So let's at least appreciate that. Would you agree on that there, Davis, with the tiny one?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you cannot deny the fact that without them, we would not have BRC20, we would not have this boom of the ecosystem across Bitcoin. So that's the kickstart of everything has been thanks to them. So I think they needed to a little bit pivot a little bit their infrastructure to CAT20, seeing the attention and the functionality, programmability that the CAT20 offers. So they realized probably a little bit after, since they was focusing on PizzaSwap, that that's the real deal. So I think that is going to come, and they're going to come in a big wave. So just a little bit more patient.
And since I'm probably the most realist, honest, direct person here in crypto, I'll tell you guys this right now. This is why it's good to do your research and, not rely on other people to tell you what the right thing is, right? For example, if Satchpump Fund was to align ourselves and dedicate everything to PizzaSwap, oh, fuck, we would have failed. Oh, fuck, there's no way this shit could have worked. Deposits and all that shit? How the heck are we going to migrate our liquidity, bro? You know what I mean? So, did you guys ever see us say, yeah, we're going to PizzaSwap, oh yeah, we're going to go to this, we're going to go to that? We're going to the best CAT20 DEX or exchange or EMM, And right now, when I look at it and I scour my eyes over the market, the landscape of the market, the only thing that sticks out to me right now is that v3.swap. You know what I mean? So, maybe that's something that we're going to have sit down and talk to these guys and see, how we incorporate our platform into that. But I don't see anybody else doing it like them, man. And they're proving themselves. So, yeah.
There is a question from Jersey JD. Is there a stable coin on Fractal Bitcoin blockchain?
Bro, good question. I think any USD is supposed to be the stable coin. They're going to be coming over here. However, do you remember when I did a live stream interview with Yahweh, who is the leading OPCAT specialist? I don't know if he's a CEO, but I believe he owns the escrow platform. He did mention that they're working together with other teams to bring stable coin like USDT and USDC into Fractal through trustless bridges as well. So all of these things are in the works. This is indeed the infancy stages of, Cat20 and Fractal. So think of it like this. Fractal is the framework and Cat20 token is the vehicle. Yeah? So you have the network, but then you need the token standard that fits that network to do these things that we want to do. So programmability, liquidity pools. You just can't fit that in any network. It has to have all of the right things and all of the box checked like Fractal Bitcoin. And then you have this token standard. You combine those two things, the creativity is limitless, really, right? So just give it a couple months, as they're telling us, in their articles. That's the hints, So I think the real fun is going to start in the very near future. Okay, so we did answer that here. Tell me about FB token economics. Okay, I can't pull that up for you right here on the fly, but we did cover this in the past, about maybe 3 weeks ago. I don't know the exact amount that's circulating, but it's a minute amount that's circulating. And investors gets their tokens about 6.5 months from today, give or take. Okay, so all you see on the market right now is what the miners are getting. So when you are a miner, you don't give a fuck about community. Miners aren't about communities and locking arms and hodling, right? They're about covering cost and expense, and they got energy consumption. So they need to sell. It's a business. They need to sell. And that's exactly what's happening here. They are selling. And this current epoch that we have is the most amount of block rewards for FB a miner will get. Okay? Max supply is 210 million. And where is it? Circling supply is about 2.6 million right now. Okay? So that's what we got there. Hold on. Let me just calculate some quickly here. Okay. 1 second. Okay, cool. So, yeah. So that's what we have over here. And I would just say the only metrics you really need to look at is the pre-sale vesting metrics, right? Major thing is none of that's circulating for 7 months. So you have a minute amount circulating right now. Miners are selling. Epoch is high. It's going to be volatile right now. It just is. So what could change this? Well, where is the demand for FB? You need the demand. Why would you want FB? Well, I don't know. In order to use a platform like a SatsPump Fund, that's going to be the fee is going to be an FB. So that now is required to use the platform. So when we see more and more of these types of dApps come to market, again, if you think of the main DEX, right, normally on Ethereum, right, like Uniswap, you use ETH, right, for gas. Sol, you need Sol, right? That's a heavy use case that, brings things into demand. But now that you have PizzaSwap using this, BSATs, that's removed from there. But I believe the Cat20 dApps are going to be using FB. So again, the Cat20 are the things that we need to see unfold here that brings demand for FB in terms of using those platforms. That's how I see it right now, So I don't know if I sound like a broken record, but that's just how I see it. True North says, let's go. Is there Fractal halving cycle? Yeah, I forget when it is, but it's much, much, much sooner than how Bitcoin does it every 4 years. Is this a good time to buy Bell's coin? They had a good pump. I bought Bell's coin at what? What price was it, Dev? 79 cents? Or 90? I don't know.
A little bit higher. Around 90.
Give us your price prediction on Cat. Take the bottom. I already did kind of do a price prediction on that. I want to see it get out of where it's at right now. But if there's any token that reminds us of Ordi, it has to be Cat. The way it was organically just popped out of nowhere. Obviously you needed nodes here at the very beginning. Then minting services came to market. The the slower progression with wall support and then swap support, and then comes next is a sex, then maybe a tier 1. So we'll see. And I'm led to believe there might be a use case for CAT as well that could add value to it and price pop. Yeah. I don't want to make a price prediction right now, but the future is very bright. Or else I wouldn't be buying it at whatever I bought it at, $1.50 and $1 and minting it at 3 sat VB. I'm always kind of laddering in. Cool. Okay, guys, look, we've been going live for over 1 hour. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Smart Money channel. PizzaSwap or PizzaFlop? I'll leave that up to you to decide, but don't make your judgment on this. I'm thinking this is the end-all be-all. I believe PizzaSwap is going to get better. I believe at some point that deposit feature will be completely removed, like we saw with DotSwap on their V3, and also you should be able to withdraw funds, sooner than later. Just give them a couple of weeks, apparently is what they're saying, or less, and we'll leave it at that. But you all should know what we're into over here when it comes to the Smart Money channel. We're into that OPCAT tokens, we're into the CAT20 standard, and that pump fund model is going to pump the Fractal Bitcoin ecosystem. When it's all said and done, this is what we believe in. Alright? So if you believe similar things, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button, and I'll see your ass on the next stream. So you know what? There really much left to see other than. Until the next live stream or uploaded video, your ass is on your own, bro. Later.
Cheers, guys.